Folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated? Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets.
Good morning, folks. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna just jump right into it because there's a handful of things I'm watching. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me, where you're from, and that just helps me to know kind of what's going on and who's around. So good morning, good evening if it's that for you. Okay, so let me look here at the indices. They're both in a pretty similar setup right now. So I have been waiting for a move that is going to tell me it's time to get in short here. So after this big move from yesterday's high and low, big range, it's left this entire range. I'm looking at an entry somewhere above equilibrium, which is probably in here somewhere. Thanks, Oscar. Melbourne, Australia, Amy. Cool. That's great. Thanks for showing up, y'all. Anyhow, so it's done enough of retracements. We're in a high a premium portion of the move. So it's really, for me, ready to look for a short. I did have this gap highlighted, which is on the hourly chart, but it was not super well in terms of being respected. So, but that's okay. At this point, what I'm looking for on the index is a move that's going to leave a short-term low. Like if it, for instance, if it went back up to here, maybe poked above, did a little raid, and then dropped below the short-term low. So that's kind of where I'm at, looking for on both I have both the S&P and the NASDAQ open. South Africa, Jamorn, welcome. So it's so cool about the trading community is it's kind of everywhere. Super neat. I'm on the West Coast, northwest of the United States. So who here is actively trading this morning, or is just kind of watching because they're curious, trying to see what another trader does, or just looking for entertainment? What's going on? All right, let me see. So what we got here? This is daily fair value gap that has been used. You can see it used it all the way up as it came to yesterday's high, but it's already also dropped back down. So this to me is a setup for short. Let's see, we have this nice 15. Ooh, that color's bad. So MetaTrader does some funky stuff when colors overlap. So Let's see what that one looks like. Yeah, it's a little better. So it's in this gap area. I was looking this earlier this morning in this area. I'll get that out of there. We don't need that many overlaps. It almost got me in here on this. There's a 1 minute setup almost for me, but it wasn't quite right, and it did decide to go a little bit higher. So anyway, it's now gotten above some of this level here. Let's see, red line that's a daily short-term low. So looking at short, same kind of thing. I'm waiting for it to drop below. We'll call it probably this level here. It's a 5 minute. Yeah, so like that right there could be a good signal for a raid before moving lower. And there's also the total possibility that I'm just wrong. So keep that in mind. I'm on this challenge. I'm in drawdown on the account. So I'm not like close to beating this challenge, but it is my goal to remain active, protect my capital, even though it's capital within a demo count. It's still my goal. So Oscar, you're asking about the strategy. It's kind of what I was just describing. It is an ICT based strategy, using structure as defined by ICT and fair value gaps after a key level has been used up. So I'll just keep describing it as I go. I do like this giant move here. So both of these, you can see them. This move ended up taking out this low. And on the 5 minute chart, you can see it dipped out actually fully below these last three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows. So at this point, I'm going to be using this 5 minute dump as a level to find a new premium on. So if you look at it like this, anything above this 50% is premium, which is where I would want to look for a short end. 15 minute, it puts a gap way up there. So yeah, I'll wait and see somewhere above this line here. I'll be looking for a short entry. Same thing here, depends on which one sets up cleaner. I like having these two charts stacked on top of each other because you can kind of compare, look for the intermarket divergence. Right now they're pretty well in sync. So yeah, who else listening this morning is actively trading today, or is this a watch day? And then we have FOMC coming up later. So UCAD never really got back where I was hoping. Pull back here. So UCAD also looks for a short for me using this range. Get to the 1 minute and look for a gap above 50%. And so for this situation, Use this candle for order block. That's first kind of looking area, and then this whole area is like another, like a 5-minute order block. Actually, I'm going to use that right here. So that's a little bit further above the 50%. I don't like to get in right at. Jim Moore, you're trading actively. Backtesting stage. Cool, Oscar. That's good. Yeah, definitely worth spending time testing your stuff out. All right, let's see. Jim Moran's in the short. 15,241 looks pretty solid, dude. Super cool. So this is within a tradable area for me. So what I need to do is I need to see I would like to see it move further up into this gap area here. That's on the S&P, NASDAQ. Similar setup. The gap is a lot bigger, so it would really just be this top portion of the gap. So what I look for is something that helps me a lot is a confirming candle, and I use an engulfing bar to confirm my entry. So I previously was just kind of jumping into too many trades just because there's a fair value gap, and so this is not really not really very helpful for me because I get excited and take too many trades, and so what I'm doing is getting a location picked out and waiting for entry into that location, whether it's a fair value gap or order block. Typically, it's going to be a little bit of both, and then looking for that engulfing bar to happen after it pokes into that. So NASDAQ is my choice right now because of how much more strength it broke below all these lows in here. So that's going to be my first look is there. Euro, I'm waiting for a move down below this bottom line outside of some sort of displacement move lower. It's got a nice little raid on up here. And if I can get a move with displacement, then I will look for a gap in that for that entry there. All right, so the S&P actually is the one that's giving me the engulfing bar. So I'm going to set my stop right above the gap there. Wait for 20 more seconds for the candle to close, make sure it confirms, and then I'll go short. It's pretty aggressive in its movement, so it could be quick in and out stop loss or move back down towards the bottom here. So okay, I'm waiting. Didn't engulf. It's a red bar to poke up into the gap, but it didn't close down below previous candle. So I'll wait for another opportunity. Like I said, I tend to overtrade, and so I'm looking for my entry pattern. Brett says V-shaped recovery. Be careful. Yeah, that's always a possibility, but this does meet my parameters. And I do like the potential of a clean pullback, which I see it as a clean pullback more than a V-shaped recovery. So it could be a just difference in perspective. And again, I could be completely wrong. So I did have one trade this morning that's given me a little bit of cushion for the day, which is nice. Did that on UJ, kind of a short. Got a little scared as it got down towards this low here, but you can see entry, same kind of thing, right in the gap, engulfing bar. Took me a second to get my orders turned on, and or my order buttons, and so I got in actually in a better spot, which was kind of nice. I'm experimenting with getting out. Oh, look at that, getting ready here. I'm risking very little percent. I think it's 1/4% right now because I was in drawdown for a few weeks, and so I was protecting. So I just entered there on the S&P after a nice big engulfing, after a nice clean close of the fair value gap, and stops above the gap plus spread. And we wait and go from there. So yeah, more west, about I think it's like a 1/10 or 1/4%, which I just reduced after each losing week to protect the capital, and I'll do the same, kind of ramping it back up as weeks get better. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll just kind of keep describing my ideas, my thoughts. That's why I do this, is because it's good for me to get out of my head and into your speakers, I guess, for today. Let's take a look at targets here. This is pretty good. I like the 5R. Like I have a 5R automatic profit target set in there. That's at a pretty nice spot. I have, like I said, I've been just I just realized actually that I can actually take partials off with this account. I couldn't figure out how to do it on my other one. And so I'm experimenting with that. So likely what I'll do here is, let's see, depending on how, once we get down out of this this gap area, then I'll take a partial, take a half off, and go from there. Given that I can get there without stopping out first. We'll see how that goes. I do like the way that Euro USD up here is setting up. It's created this low here that I can look for a break in with a gap displacement drop below there. Yeah, I like that. We'll wait and see though. You can see my UJ trade would have been still going in my favor without even coming up into risk territory. But like I said, I got scared on that one. I was feeling protective of my work so far this week. So ended up taking both off on the same point. So it's looking like I might stop out here on the S&P short trade. I can deal with that though. That's why I have stops. gives me a nice little low in here to watch for a break. Confirmation kind of move lower. So hey, Jamor, if you're still watching, I'm curious if you got out on that big drive down or if you're waiting for a bigger move and still holding. Oh, I stopped out. I wasn't even watching. So you can see there, stopped out. Um, Not too late though. I think there's an opportunity for another entry. So I'll keep watching. All right, let's see. Oh, do I usually move my stop to break even when I hit TP1? It depends on the structure. Um, it depends on what's been shown to me already. So because I missed on this entry, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a new displacement move with a new gap and then enter on that one because I just was off enough to be a little more cautious now. It was a aggressive entry with not a very big stop, and so for instance, if this current candle and then one more, closes lower, I'll look for the entry within the gap that it forms. So this candle could give me the opportunity that I'm waiting for. Try again. Or maybe not. Looks like it wants to close the gap before it's finished. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's how it goes. Whoops. There we go. Still waiting on Euro. That gap's closed. So back to waiting we go. So yeah, Warsam, it just depends. I do like to get into protection mode as I can, but I'm also trying to be open to retracements that don't get back to my entry or that that may. Um, that may have try to give it room to head lower, in other words. Get one more reach above this guy with the break lower. Just waiting here. Sorry, it's not super exciting here to watch, but I am practicing being disciplined, not doing more than I should. So for now, what I'll probably give this one more shot and then move on with the day until maybe the afternoon session. We'll see if we make it there though. I was up 2 hours early than I would like to have been today. Jim Morton, you must have stopped out there, huh? Brett, you're bullish on what? You're bullish on the S&P, NASDAQ? So here's that poke up above that previous short-term high. Any time now would be an ideal time to displace lower. That's what I'm waiting for. Short-term low here to displace past. Ideally, it would be both these levels. Wow, my line got crooked. Oh, it got more crooked. What in the world? How does that work? Copy, paste. There we go. Huh, that was weird. Still a good trade, Jamora. I mean, you got to get out half and break even, so seems pretty good. I like it. Brett, there you go. You're almost to the top. UJ just squished out a tiny bit below. It's the 15-minute ITO, intermediate terminal, sorry. So we'll see. We'll see potentially a bull move here now. I'll watch for that. It's going to take a little bit to set up probably, but we'll get a short-term high pullback and then a displacement higher. Oh, there's my entry. Not paying attention. Shorting right here. And I think this is, I still like this one for a pretty big move back down. So we shall see. Looks like I squeezed in my stop a little bit there. I'm gonna go just above that previous day, yesterday's high. Whoa. So target one is down to this low here. And let's see, what else was I looking at while I was being distracted? Looks like Euro might not want to come back down. It looks like it could be going for yesterday's high as well. So it's not too late for a short on this one, I'll say. But I will wait for a fresh setup. Need a big displacement move down there. And displacement, if that term is not helpful for you, it's an energetic move. It's not a lethargic or slow sleepy move. It's a couple big candles going down, making a gap, breaking out below short-term lows. So short-term low like this, like that, just taken out. You want to see it blast down and leave a gap for an entry spot. So Brett, where you at? Do you feel like you got out when you needed to, or are you still in, hoping for the final rate on the high? Oh, you know what? I didn't do what I said I was going to do for that entry. I don't feel very good about that. Oh, that's cool, Brett. I was just curious what your thoughts. No worries. So I just said I didn't do what I said I was going to do, and I'll explain that here. I said I was going to wait for a new displacement low with a fair value gap retracement, and I did not do that. I used my initial entry pattern, which is the engulfing bar after reaching up. instead of waiting for the gap. So that's my fault, and it makes me feel less good about this trade because I didn't do what I said I was going to do. For instance, on the NASDAQ, you can see the entry here. This is happening right now. Oh, apparently my mouse is dying. So this gap was left as it displaced lower. It's pulling back up into it, which to me is my entry pattern that I said I was going to use. So we will see if I can hang on long enough to stay in the trade. We'll see. Stay in the trade, stay in the trade. I don't know if you guys have ever used one of these tools right here, but if you sit at a desk very often, it's an awesome way to work on the shoulders without somebody else having to do it for you. Get in there and push real hard on your tight muscles, knots and stuff. So if you see me wiggling around with this blue stick, that's what's going on. Just waiting on that push lower. So here's a question. Anyone that's an active trader, taker, what do you do while you're sitting in a trade? What's your technique for staying cool, not telling yourself to get out early or adjust your stops or whatever it is? You got any techniques that are you found super helpful? Because for me, some of my best trades are the ones that I wasn't sitting in front of the screen on because I gave them room to move a little bit more, and so was able to get a bigger target. But then there's plenty, I guess, that also just stop me out while I'm awake too. So I don't know. It's a trick. It's tricky, I should say. But it's a challenge though. The psychological game of trading is tricky for me. Mm-hmm. Da, da. Yeah. Well, let's see if it makes it past this this order block. This area here. Order block action. I'm not putting any real importance on the order block that I just put there, or that I just outlined. It's more of just a observational thing for me to just kind of watch that area. It's for observation for my learning. Really just waiting here. There's nothing I'm super excited about right now. I kind of don't have any feelings either way about this trade that I'm in. I don't know what that means in terms of my attitude, but the setup's there. It's what I've been waiting for. So I just kind of have to be what would you call it, like indifferent, maybe indifferent about it. I'm okay if it stops out, and I'm okay if it goes down into profit area. So 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart is really like the picture that I'm looking at. I would love to see, hang on one second. I just noticed something here. Oh, okay, so that Okay, it's just got a bunch of potential. That's what I'll call it. If you look at that, to me that looks like a lot of potential. The big white lines are daily levels. For some reason, they're not living in the background. Much of my lines got duplicated somehow in there. There we go. Okay, well, that's the beginning of at least a good move down. We'll see what happens. We see this as a bigger picture move here. New York midnight is right at the equilibrium spot. So that's a spot I like for taking profit. It's looking at least hopeful for the moment. This is almost the end of the 15-minute candle, so which is the chart I'm on right now. If I didn't say, this is 15, and it's about 30 seconds from completing, which is favorable in my opinion to have a big bear bar potentially closing flat bottomed. Now below short-term low, reaching for more. So I'm going to highlight this 15-minute gap here, as this is potential a place for a pullback to happen. Going to get in, and takes me a second. Just like I said, this is a new idea for me here. What do we got? 2.6, so 0.13. And I want to close half of my position here, so I'm going to do that. Make sure that worked here. There we go. Okay, so you can see, there we go. First trade, stopped out. Second trade, partial profit, right where I wanted. And I'll set an alarm down here for when it comes back to later. So someone was asking about stop to break even. So I'll evaluate that now. I'm not going to go to break even, but I'm going to adjust it to back down to this level here, because I think this should be all done. Let's see, spread 66. Okay, so I'll go to the top of this order block here. Logic being, I think, retracement wise, if it gets that high, I think it's going to need another move out above yesterday's high, which is fine. I'd actually be okay with that, because then I can look for another opportunity for short. So relative equal highs is a location for a raid. Now, what else is beeping at me here in a sec? It's like CAD. Okay, Euro is also getting ready. Well, at least it's getting down. So just highlighted a 2-minute. It's probably the same. 2-minute order block low. That's kind of the only interesting area to me right now. Everything else is the gap here is a little too low in the displacement move, so I won't do anything there. Look for displacement above here. Just Euro USD still looks a little uncertain to me. I mean, I like this move overall. You know, let me see. I just noticed didn't place that very well. Yeah. There we go. Cornflower blue, M15 block. Nice. It's also the top of a gap, and look at that. Just took that out. So little sweep of that old closing the old 5-hour gap, hitting order block on the 15. So that helps my case a little bit. So I will keep an eye on this level up here. The move now looking for premium price for sell somewhere above this 50% level, which right now is there's a little bit of this gap. So I'll just kind of highlight the whole area that I'm okay looking for a trade in. Call it from here to there. Short zone, we'll call it. And we'll scrap the equilibrium, fib lines, and get back to the full view. All right, so on my trade here, there is on the 5-minute chart a new fair value gap that formed. And you can see it on the 1-minute chart. Right, did I? Oh yeah, I overshot it a little bit. That's why it looked like it's already taken it out. Can't get my mouse to do what I want it to do here, sorry. All right, let's see. The high is 4453.89. Just do it this way. Hey, there we go. All right, so that's the gap. We also have on the 1-minute chart this area. Lots of pink boxes here. Sorry, folks. Well, I'm not sorry. It's what I do. And this is just kind of mainly for my studying and for my observation to have levels to keep an eye on. All right, so look here again. Try to evaluate if stop moving my stop a little bit closer to my entry is a good idea at this point, or if I should wait a little bit longer. It's half risk. I've already covered that. Oh, it's actually less than half risk too, because I dropped it lower. So it's like a third of a risk currently. So I'm just going to leave it and give it the space it needs. Let me look again here. Euro pulling back into areas a little bit. CAD has not really gotten above at equilibrium yet, so there's no short for me there. I'm also curious about potentially another adding into this position. Something I want to learn. I just don't know if right now is the time to try it. But essentially looking again at the same entry setup, just repeated after my initial entry. But because I think this trade already costs me nothing in terms of profit, I will not be adding. It'll be something I'll be watching for to learn from for the future. So I'm going to be taking off in about 5 minutes. If there's any questions anyone has about my trading style, or if you want to challenge my trading style, if you want to call me foolish, if you want to ask where I got my back massager thing, anything. Last 5 minutes are open Q&R, question and response. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm good with challenging questions, so don't feel like you're going to make me feel bad. So if you got anything, put it in the comments and we'll go from there. Thanks, Brett. And I'm going to agree with you that it's a nice trade only because I didn't panic. Well, I'm going to say it's a 50% nice trade because just remembering that I didn't actually follow my entry criteria for the entry itself. So that, and then my stop, I was kind of quick to place it, and so I didn't get it quite where I wanted to. So I actually increased my risk slightly to get to the stop level I wanted. So I take that back. I don't agree with you. I'm thankful that it moved to profit and I was able to take half off and get it there. That being said, I did not follow my rules completely. So, but thanks nonetheless. What time is the FOMC? News doesn't show up on this one for some reason. Oh, here. Yeah, okay. So it's an afternoon session. Wonder what's going to happen. Let's see. Utilization rate. Refinery utilization rate. I don't think that's an important one for, at least for these ones. All right, folks, unless you got anything else, I'm gonna take off. I'll review the rest of this trade later, post it on my channel, which is at Mods and Rust Trading. I can put that up real quick if anyone wants to see the rest of the week trading for me. Mods and Rust Trading. So it's just that's just where I post my journal, my journal, my trade video, trade journal kind of stuff. So you can head over there and subscribe if you want. That'd be cool. Daniel, you too. Have a good day. Um, anyways, I just do video recaps and entry ideas and things like that. It's nothing nothing sensational or filled with cool graphics or anything like that. It's just me and my thoughts. Favorite book? It's a good question. I'm reading fiction wise. I'm reading through a series by Brandon Sanderson called The Stormlight Archives, and that's kind of a fantasy story that is huge and long, and it's all super good. So that'd probably be my favorite book right now. Nonfiction, I just finished a book that I appreciate a lot called How to Be Rich, which is probably not what you think it is. It's not a book about getting rich or about all how cool money is. It's actually from the Jesus perspective and what it's like to be a Jesus follower and be honoring his life and his teaching with the wealth that each person has. So that was pretty cool. Just finished that this morning with my extra 2 hours that I was awake. So yeah, fiction and nonfiction there. I do like to read a lot. So Valley, hopefully that answers that question for you. So this is a nice engulfing bar here, but I would like to see a bigger chunk of this area taken out. I think it's going to go back up a little bit more. So yeah, that's that. Probably won't get that entry because I'm about to go. I usually go for a walk with my wife at this time. So like I said, I will post the trade recap for the rest of this trade as I close it out later today. On my channel there, you can see it's on the screen, Mods and Rust Trading. Take a look, see what you think. It's really basic, like I said, so don't be looking for highly produced, but just journals, just video journals. So thanks everybody for watching today, and I really appreciate Cam at TradingNut for the opportunity, and looking forward to finishing out this week strong and potentially adding risk back on. Feeling confident after getting some trades on the right side of the profit. So farewell for today, and next week I'll be here 6:30 on Wednesday.